Okay, Crystal, we got the workup. Let's go ahead and take a look at the back and the front of the business card. Okay, so let's see what we got here. We've got back and front of the business card. So the back of the business card has your information. That's good, but I want you to notice something here. We take a look at the front of the business card where it has your logo. Logo looks great. I think it's done very well. It's very tasteful. It's unassuming and it's classy. The one thing I notice about the presentation here is that if you take a look at the blue on the white background, now take a look at some of these negative spaces over here. Take a look at the stroke size of the O, and then we go over here and we see this looks so much thicker. Like, for example, take a look at the G and that little descender of the G. That opening has disappeared completely over here on the blue background. So I don't know if this seems to be a different version of this typeface. This is what Bauhaus. But the thing is that it looks like this might be a little thicker of a stroke, or I'm not real sure what's going on. But we can also see a couple of differences in your leading. Take a look at your leading. Take a look at the distance between your letters, the O and the G. I'm sorry, the E and the G. Then look at it here. Look how much closer they are. Look at the distance between the O and the E, the H and the O, and then look how much closer they are here. So that's an inconsistency that would certainly be picked up by a portfolio reviewer, potential employer, where they're looking for dogmatic consistency. So think about that, okay? Another thing I noticed is this, and as we can see this, so we go to the business card, from the business card to the letterhead. Now, just keep in mind, we got this color, okay? That's the color. Now, we'll just watch right here. Keep looking at that color. Keep looking at that color. Keep looking at that color. That's a different color. Most certainly, it's a different color. It's much lighter. So there's an inconsistency that you definitely want to address, is getting those colors solid. Okay, let's go to the bottom of the letterhead. Let's take a look at the whole line. I think the letterhead is good, but we can see some spacing issues. Right now, you've got the telephone number over here, and then you've got this big, huge space, and then you've got this centered text, and then you've got the right aligned text with a little space between. So you definitely want to do remember those things, those exercises we had where we have that kind of optical illusions being created. I would definitely address those situations here, maybe by trying to pull this in or pull this over or something where we can eliminate that huge space right there next to that little tiny space right there. Another option would be moving this to the left margin, moving the number in the middle, and then trying to play with that in terms of centering that. That would be a lot easier to center because it's so much less. It's not as wide as this URL. I think that's what that is. Yeah, that URL. Okay, so those are my recommendations for the business card. Let's move to the giveaway. I think the giveaway looks really good, but again, we've got a little bit of an inconsistency here going on. And this time, it's in your logo presentation itself. We've already established that this is your logo presentation, okay? The mark is to the left of the name, and the graphic designer is the same type, the face, the thinner stroke, right aligned, okay? Same thing here, okay? Then we go to the leave behind. We have the same thing here, but you have a completely different logo presentation right here. And that points to inconsistency. So that's something you would want to address. You have established that's your logo, stick with it. Okay, right now it looks like you've centered this because you ran into a problem with placement. And that's what my first question would be was, why did you choose to reassemble your logo like this? And I would guess the answer is pointing to the fact that was just too difficult to assemble using this logo, which again points to an inconsistency. Finally, I would not use the same logo face, the same typeface you're using for your logo word marks. I wouldn't use the same typeface for your body copy for your leave behind. I would definitely change that up. Maybe something more like, well, that's the same. Yeah, you're using the same typeface all over. Maybe throw something in there to add a little variety. Okay, now as far as this piece goes, I'm not real sure how this folds. I'd like to see this mocked up because right now it's really difficult to see how this folds. Hang on one second. I'm going to check your writing, see if there's anything indicating that. Hold on. Writing, you indicated it's a simple booklet, which makes me believe that this is going to be the front, this is going to be the inside. So this would fold in. This is the back. But I'm really interested to see how this works out. So I think it looks good. I think the little mini brochure is a great idea. Okay, good job. Any questions, comments, or other, please feel free to let me know. Thank you very much.